Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between BeastBoy and MontyPython on Terraform, the latter edition. So let's bring this stuff up and introduce the players. On the bottom right of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the red Zerg player. It is BeastBoy. And in the top left of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the blue Terran player. It is MontyPython. Alright, so this was submitted to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. It is billed as a pretty amazing ZVT. The level, as you saw there, was listed as gold. One of the players wants to explain the reason it's gold for him is because he's been playing a lot of Archon mode lately, and it's kind of hurting that and not so much on the single player side of things, but he assures me he is a better player than that. So we'll have to see. We will judge, and we'll determine what the truth is. So alright, ZVT, one of my favorite matchups of all time, and we're going to see how this works. We've seen Lurkers be used to great effect against Terran players for Zerg. We've seen Terran players go Liberators and Cyclones to really mess with Zerg heads. So the new units, for Legacy of the Void seem to be pretty well effective in this particular matchup. So I expect to see a lot of that as the drone comes in to harass this SCV. Just trying to build a command center, man. Leave me alone. Don't do that fight. Run, you're going to lose the fight. Run, SCV, and he does. He gets out of there just in time. Oh, then stops and ends up dead. The drone has a kill, is very proud of himself, saying, that's right, that's why you don't mess with the swarm. Has delayed production on that command center by just a little bit there, and we are still waiting. BeastBoy needs to get a gas or a spawning pool or something, unless... Oh, are we going for a third hatchery? Or we are going 3 hatch before spawning pool, which, a little scary, but again, the Terran player did go command center first, so you can't get too much pressure out when that's the case. But this barracks is just about halfway done. You could get some Reaper harass in here in the next couple of minutes. We're getting gas before spawning pool, and there's the spawning pool. Alright, so I think we're going to be okay. BeastBoy probably won't lose outright to this, but again, the 3 hatch is a little bit scary, and we'll have to see if it works out for him in the end. The barracks is taking a little bit longer to pump up than I expected. We're going double gas here as well for MontyPython. I'm not sure what the intent here is for that, unless we're going for a quick factory, which is entirely possible. We want all the gas as humanly possible, and then, look, we do have 100 gas available to do that. And a bunker is coming up, and yes, there's the factory. Okay, so definitely going for a 1-1-1 build with a command center thrown in there at the same time. Spawning pool just about to pop, getting plenty of gas from that extractor is BeastBoy. Not enough for metabolic boost right away, but that's okay. You can make up for that later. Marine popping out with his big old gun and the knife on the end of the gun and saying, please let me in this bunker. It is so much safer in there for me. A lone Marine in the world is not worth a lick of beans. A hill of beans is not worth... I don't know. I think we accidentally put that SCV in there. Get back out and get back to work, you lazy bum. You can't chill in bunkers. That's only for Marines and Marauders or Hellbats. Can you imagine if Hellbats could go in bunkers? If you remember Firebats from Brood War and actually Vanilla StarCraft, those things were amazing. Like, bunkers that had Firebats in them could take out an infinite number of Lings, it felt like, or an infinite number of Zealots as well. Just, they killed everything light, and you couldn't attack them because you had to get through the bunker first. And man, they were really, really useful in ZVT and TVZ and TVP. Either way, the third base is up and happily mining here for BeastBoy. Has a queen coming out from that base, already won at the natural and in the main base as well. Getting gas is up. Ooh, it's actually tied up 30 to 28 harvesters. I gotta stop watching that as I say what the worker count is. Anyway, Overlord in prime scouting position, ready to see exactly what is coming out of the Terran base, but the answer is fairly standard stuff. Couple Hellions here for harass here at the 3.5 minute mark. I'm going to try to work on that drone count, try to get it back down to a more reasonable level. And there is a barracks just completing their engineering bay as well. Another orbital command popping on up here at the natural base. Overlord just scouting around. Nobody's really interested in harassing at any point here. The Zerg player just desperately getting as many units as possible, as many workers as possible, getting double evolution chamber. What upgrades we get can tell us a lot about what we're planning on going for here. BeastBoy has enough to start something here, but I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen or not. But here come 4 Hellions on the way. In production here is a Creep Tumor for BeastBoy. I don't think he has any attacking units. He has 44 drones, 5 Overlords, and 4 Queens, and that is it. These Hellions could do a ton of damage as we're going to follow them around. They have interesting lives. Going after this Queen for some reason. No, don't attack the Queen. Oh, might actually be able to kill it if there's nothing else here. And you know what they are? They're going to try to kill this queen. At the same time, going after workers. Workers trying to escape. That's not going to happen. Boosh, getting roasted alive. Heading on down to the natural base. In production are 20 speedlings, which might be enough to trap these guys. I really don't know. Here they come. The lings are trying to get at that surround. They take out 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one ends up dead as well. That might have been a bit of an overreaction with this number of lings, but in the end, there were 4 Hellions lost and only 7 drones. And actually, no lings have died yet. That's crazy. Alright, so here comes the Ling counterattack. There's a single bunker here with a couple of marauders. That is not enough to hold this, I don't think. Here come the Lings. They're going to get right on in here, and I think they can take care of this. Yeah, they're going to get a surround on these marauders. Good choice. Taking down all 3 of those fellows, and also there's not much in this bunker to kill. Hellions are here, though. They're trying to do what they can to save that base. Doesn't end up happening. Surround on both of those Hellions as well. Can we lift it up? Ooh, the Lings are trying to get inside. They're blocking with the SCVs. This Marauder's going to die. So many SCVs are going to be killed as well. There's a single Marauder trying to save all of these workers, and they do. They finally do manage to save the workers. 3 SCVs have died. 20 Lings died in that attack. But we did stop mining here for quite a while. We took down that bunker, took out a bunch of Marauders, a couple Hellions as well. So I would say those Lings were pretty cost effective. We did almost lose a queen here. Only lost how many drones? I guess 7 total. We've seen that already, but we are going mass Ling. Look at this from BeastBoy. Getting missile attack, getting carapace as well, but no roaches in production whatsoever, going mainly Ling. Might actually try to deny that third base. If you're smart Lings, you'll try to deny that third base. But no, running in here instead, getting right on top of these Hellions. They might be able to kill 1 or 2 of them, but good micro. Moving back away, and now not doing super well at it, but there we go. I think we lost a single Hellion in that attack. A lot of units are weakened, but I think MontyPython can live with that. Single Roach comes up, says, "Roar, I will kill all of you." But the Marauders explode his face instead, and he ends up dead. If he'd microed a little better, he probably could have killed 1 or 2 of these Hellions. But not really paying attention was BeastBoy. Again, I feel like those Lings could have come down here, denied this third base, forced to cancel, killed this SCV a lot more effectively than killing this right here, but in the end, BeastBoy does what BeastBoy wants to do. So you can inject as well if you're interested in doing so. This guy, there we go. Good job, Queen. Injecting there at the same time. Getting the Glial Reconstitution, getting Carapace level 2, 22 more Lings in production with the Roaches that are already out on the field. BeastBoy does have a 51 to 43 total Harvester advantage, 97 to 77 total supply. Zerg is also taking a 4th base, looking very, very strong as well. We're chasing this Overlord that does have speed. Pneumatopy's Carapace has been researched when I wasn't paying attention, surprisingly enough. So again, this guy could probably run in here and scout. What he would see is pretty much a high bio play, a lot of medevacs, standard stuff. Engineering bay, researching +1/+1. We're getting stim, we're getting combat shield, all the stuff you need to take down an evil, evil Zerg swarm army. Here comes a push out with a single Hellion trailing along with more Hellions in there and Marines in that other medevac. So I'm not sure what the plan is here. Their angle looks like they're going directly for the main base, which is a pretty good choice. But again, 26 more Lings in production. And there's the hive, an 8-minute hive coming up from BeastBoy as well. So we will see what happens here with this drop. If the Lings do pop, so they're available if we want to deal with this drop in the main base. But we're dropping right in the mineral line, right on top of everything. This Queen's trying to kill what it can, but she ends up getting destroyed. The Marines, oh, and they're Hellbats too, transforming into Hellbat. The Roaches coming out, killing everything. An excellent response to this particular composition, taking out Hellbats, taking out Marines. We're forced to pick up and run away and drop here in the natural base, going after more and more workers. But instead, the Hellbats pretty much just get completely cleaned up. All the Marines as well. All that's left of the 2 medevacs. The Queen trying to destroy it before it can escape, but the Queen DPS not quite enough to really do too much damage to it before this guy gets the heck out of here, especially if they boost. So chasing away. How many drones? 15 drones have died so far in the game. 4 Hellbats, 4 Marauders, 9 Marines. So probably a fair trade, I guess, for BeastBoy, or for MontyPython rather. I've seen drops go a lot better than that, but I guess the Roach response was really pretty darn quick as the hive pops here. BeastBoy has some gas in the tank here. We're definitely going for some tier 3 units against this Marine ball, this Marine Marauder ball. No Widow Mines yet, surprisingly enough. Haven't seen any of those. They are pretty darn good against the heavy Ling composition, but MontyPython instead deciding just to go straight for Marine, Marauder, and Medevac, the old standard Wings of Liberty composition that has been so popular since the beginning of time. It feels like, we're getting adrenal glands for the Zerglings, making them attack, what is it, 20% faster? Call me a liar, 40% faster on the attack, which is just fantastic because they already attack at 0.5 weapon speed. So they hit you really, really fast and pretty darn hard if they have their upgrades. Do those Lings when they are fully upgraded. 3 Hellbats might not be enough to handle this number of Lings, especially if they have the +2 Carapace. And it looks like they do. 10 Hydras just popped, though. Where did those Hydras go? Okay, so Roach Hydra Ling. Poor SE was trying to build a base there. The Lings come around, though. They get a pretty darn good surround on these Hellbats. The army comes up to help out, though, and two of the Hellbats do survive, forcing the Lings to retreat there. Medevac's trying to join the rest of the army where they are needed, where they can be useful. Creep spread is looking okay. +3 Carapace is about to finish here at about the 10-minute mark, which is pretty good for Zerg players. I like that. And there's the +1 melee attack. So after all the missile attack upgrades, we decided to go for melee instead. +3 infantry weapons on the way for MontyPython. This Ling group trying to kill what it can, taking out individual Hellions. Yes, doing pretty well with that, but getting melted by the Marine Marauder Hellbat composition here. So let that be a lesson to you. Oh, Ultralisk Cavern. There it is. Ultra Cavern on the way. This is the tech of choice for BeastBoy. MontyPython has a pretty good, I mean, that's a lot of Marauders. They don't do as well against Ultras as they used to, but they do pretty darn well, especially if you have some backup of some Hydralisks and some Roaches here. So like 3 or 4 Ultras in the front, Hydras sniping away in the back end, Lings wrapping around from the back as well, Roaches tanking some more damage. I kind of like this, although we just maxed out with on those Lings, so maybe too many Lings. I guess maybe you would go attack with this, lose this army, remax on Ultralisks, and then try to clean it up. That could be the strategy here. But again, I really don't know. Moving out in 2 separate groups. The Lings along the bottom side, the Roach Hydra coming directly across the middle. We can probably deal with this. Yep, a couple SCVs here out of position. Do get killed by everything here. All of these Lings taking down, probably forcing a cancel, unless MontyPython's not paying attention because there's a big battle up here. Yeah. These Roaches and Hydras are no match for this big bio army. Lings trying to come in and help here. A couple Banelings. Nope. Banelings didn't actually hit. That was Roaches attacking. And yeah, I mean, that was it. BeastBoy's down to 112 supply from 100. And doing fairly well. This army is not as big as it was, but did force a liftoff here as well. I'm not even sure if the cancel happened at the 4th base. So BeastBoy looking a-okay. The Lings trying to get us around here at the same time. Killing Marines and Marauders is excellent, an excellent use of their abilities, but they decide to retreat. The orbital command lands there. MontyPython is down to 35 total harvesters. This 4th base is up and running. Really should get the gas production though. 3 Ultras are in production and a Hydralisk den. Man, do we want everything, BeastBoy? We want Roaches, we want Hydras and Lings, we want Ultras, we want Lurkers. We want everything we can possibly get, but here comes the revenge attack from MontyPython. He is upset about losing basically everything here, losing this base as well. Going for it. A couple Hellions show up early and get destroyed for their trouble. The Ultras have popped, though. The Ultras do have +1 attack, and there we are, fully upgraded with 8 total armor on these Ultras. If we can get a surround with the Lings and let the Ultras on top of it as well. Good stim forward. The Lings should have probably gone around the backside there to prevent that stim away. So that's exactly what MontyPython is going to do with this army, is try to stim away and attack these Ultras, because Ultras do not have a ranged attack. And actually, that was enough to get MontyPython out of there. So surprisingly, that was enough to scare him. Blue Flame being researched there for our friend MontyPython. A lot of supply depots here. This is Supply Depot City. But moving all the way back to the safety of the natural base, the Ultras were not that scary, man. There's only 3 of them. Again, they do have 8 armor, which is nice. 2 more Ultras in production as well, more and more Lings on the way. But if you're going Ultra Ling the whole time, you probably should have been getting that melee attack upgrade a little bit more quickly. And there it is, getting level 2 now here at the 13-minute mark, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. So we'll see. Trying to throw down an orbital command there and mining on the backside of these mineral patches. Again, kind of an annoying glitch there. Do we want to actually attack right into this? We do not. I really don't think we do. But again, the Ultras are going for it. They're on top of everything here. They're cleaving stuff with their giant claws. I can hear Marines and Marauders dying, getting destroyed in all of this. 1 Ultra left, though. Another Ultra comes late to the party, is not a match for all of this. Another Ultra late for the party, should just probably try to run, and does try to run, is not affected by Concussive Shell. Could continue to run as fast as he can, but he's not as quick as Stim Marines and Marauders. Gonna get some shots off here and there. And a couple, again, the upgrades just aren't that great. +3 infantry armor on the way for BeastBoy at the same time. And yeah, once again, the Hellion shows up a little bit too early and manages to learn his mistake and get out of there this time. Lifting everybody up into these medevacs, though. Are we going to take advantage of the slowness of the Ultras? I think we are. We're going to drop the entire army into the main. Is that what MontyPython's going to try to do? That's crazy talk. Hydra here, though, trying to snipe down these medevacs. More and more lings have been produced, trying to find a happy place to drop as MontyPython. And then decides just to get out. Never mind, just took a tour. Oh, here's a Cyclone. Alright, so single Cyclone, taking some shots from a Queen, not really attacking anything of note here, and just backing on out. MontyPython saying, I don't like what I saw there. I saw a lot of lings, a lot of Ultralisks, and the Cyclone here says, peace. Has the lock-on ability, 300 damage over 14 seconds to ground target. So 300 damage to an Ultra is enough to take it down to below 50% health. Not amazing, but this gold-based income is going to help a lot for MontyPython in this match. Might be able to make up for losing the 4th base, losing mining time here on the 3rd as well. We're still mining from the backside of these minerals, though. This mule is going to go a long, long way to deliver that patch. Here comes a Ling counterattack. Along the backside, might accidentally scout that out. Nope, instead going directly for the 4th and saying there's nothing here. How about the 3rd base? Can we attack something at the 3rd base? There we go. I know how Lings think. Check me out. Coming on up, they're going to kill a bunch of SCVs, long-distance mining SCVs, short-distance mining SCVs, forcing a liftoff of that orbital command once more. And then I think they're just going to run away. Yep. No, yeah. Get on out of there. So 32 total SCVs have died. MontyPython is down to 28, but the army composition is looking pretty darn good right now and did get a scout off. I think the Lings actually did see that. They did, and they're going to come back on in here again, and yes, they're going to go after the workers, taking down Blue Flame Hellions, running for their lives because the entire army is here now. And there we go, backing on out. So 3 more Ultras in production, more and more Hydras as well. That is the, what is that thing? Mag Field Accelerator, increases the Cyclone lock-on damage. What? We don't need that. Where's the Cyclone now? Cyclone with the upgrade here. 400 damage. So an extra 100 damage over 14 seconds with that upgrade. That is pretty insane. So that'll take an Ultra from 500 down to 100 armor, 100 hit points. Does armor factor into that? Is this a spell? 200 plus armored. Oh, shoot. So 600 damage versus armored targets. Alright, so I need to do some experimentation here, but I feel like a Cyclone microed correctly might be able to kill a single Ultralisk all on its own. Or does that not take into account armor? Does armor mitigate that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know, because I really don't. Another Ling attack coming around from the north. Gonna try to kill some stuff. Get in behind here maybe and go after those workers. Lock on again. Being used. The Lings do escape through that narrow little passage. Back on home. So pretty well defensively here is MontyPython, feeling very, very strong indeed. But again, the Hydras are here with +3/+3. The Ultras are here with +8/+2. If we could get that +3 melee, that'd be very, very useful. Click, 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 click. Clicking doesn't do anything in replays. And yeah, taking a gold base of his own is BeastBoy. It's 200 to 200 total supply. Both players have pretty big banks, and MontyPython is going for it. He's saying, all right, we're going to bring some Cyclones here at first. Going to take out this base. This hatchery really should be canceled right about now. Nope, doesn't get canceled. The Ultras come right on in, though. The Lings as well, attacking what they can. The Ultras are smashing face right now. Hydras as well from behind, doing a lot of DPS. The stim backward is working fairly well for BeastBoy, but forced to retreat are the Ultras. I think they felt like their casualties were a little bit too high. 7 Ultras in production, though. Again, you need something to hold these guys down. This lock-on ability does seem to be melting pretty darn well on these Ultralisks. The Cyclones are in the back, not taking a lot of damage. Hydras sniping down what they can from the backside and actually doing a great job of it, losing a bunch of medevacs as well. And BeastBoy actually won that battle. I'm surprised as the Ultra pushes along the charred remains of a Cyclone. I am honestly surprised. BeastBoy has 194 total supply. I think we're gonna be able to deny this space here. Running is the Cyclone. Trying, oh, takes a swipe and ends up dead. Forces the liftoff of this command center. Is it gonna end up dead as well? It is definitely burning here. Stimming backward once again. The orbital command does fall. This Hydra army might be enough to take this out. The SCVs are attacking at the same time. They are actually distracting the attacks from the Hydras pretty darn well, and all that's left here is just 2 or 3 Hydralisks. They all end up dead. The 7 Hydras come in, though. Cyclone gets sniped to death. Woo! 46 lings in production. BeastBoy again with 183 total supply. Just looking really good right now, but backing on out. I don't know where you're running to. Maybe he's worried. I mean, you have mining bases. You lost this space, sure, but you're in a pretty good spot. Maybe you could come down to check this space once more, but we're pushing on out with the lings, with the Ultralisk. Some banelings might be a good idea here just because there are a lot of marines, and centrifugal hooks on banelings is good. But we're not going to worry about that. Here come the Ultras pushing across the map. Lings checking to make sure this gold base is not being reestablished. The Ultras come right on in. They kind of have this army pinned to a corner, but no, they find an angle of escape. The Cyclone in the front is taking damage from those Kaiser blades, getting a full surround on this entire army. Cyclone trying to kill what it can before it gets chased down by these Zerglings, and finally it does get killed. Moving on up, BeastBoy is in a commanding position right now, trying to get up this ramp to kill all these supply depots, all of these barracks. There's nothing in production but a single Cyclone right now for MontyPython. I think there it is. MontyPython calls the GG, loses the Cyclone. BeastBoy with another GG. And I want to say MontyPython leaves the game, but maybe he just wants to watch the destruction of all of his stuff, because that's definitely what's happening. This is a lot of Ultralisks. Good gravy. 12 total Ultras. Again, not fully upgraded, but I don't know that that matters at this point. So, alright. I guess we'll watch all of this destruction happen, but this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you've earned it. You take care of yourself.